Welcome into the Flippin' Hippos reseller channel. I'm Star. If you're new here or you haven't yet, please consider subscribing and don't forget to hit the thumbs up. All of these things help us feed our hungry hippos. Today we're looking at the Seller Scoop from eBay for the month of April. The Seller Scoop is a newsletter that eBay sends out to their seller community leaders, which is just a fancy way of saying those of us that run local eBay-sponsored chapters for the meetups. If you live in the Pittsburgh area or within driving distance, the local eBay meetup group that I run meets twice a month, once for lunch and once to thrift. And then we also meet virtually, and everyone is welcome there regardless of where you live, because you don't have to go any further than your office to join us. I'll put a link in the description box for you to go check out our events and see if you want to RSVP and come to any of them. The Seller Scoop comes to me and other chapter leaders every first Tuesday of every month. And it's meant for us to share all of the updated news with our members of our meetup groups and or on social media. In my case, I'm sharing it with my YouTube folks as well. Last month was the first month that they started doing these. So this is the second one, and I'm really enjoying these. I think they're very informative. I love the little myth section, and moving forward, I will try my best to get these shared with you guys closer to that first Tuesday when they release them. Last month, it was delayed as I was waiting to make sure it was okay to share on YouTube, and this month has just been a month. The taxes were due this month. We had a lot going on here, so better late than never. Let's go ahead and go through the Seller Scoop. The latest buzz and highlights for eBay seller community. What is new is that the AI store description easily create a personalized store description with one click. And there's a buyer model, access buyer insights, repeat orders, and send coupons easily. Shipping tips and pre-loved partner program. Join us to be recognized as a trusted seller of quality fashion. You can apply now to boost your visibility and influence the future of fashion. Myth busting. This month, we debunked eBay advertising myths with the advertising team. Gain clarity on strategy, cost, and scope to choose the best solution for your business. Upcoming events. Join us for our summer seller check-in on May 7th. Learn about eBay updates, marketing tactics, and tools to boost sales. You'll have to register to attend the event. And if you're in my Facebook group, Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod, I will keep you up to date on registration and the link to join the summer seller check-in. I think the check-ins are important to go to. I will have a room there. Again, I love the peer-led rooms. When I don't have a room, I love going to the peer-led rooms. I learn a lot from other resellers. And when I have a room, I have so much fun teaching and learning and connecting with the community. So I always recommend that folks go to these events. They're virtual. You can go in your pajamas in your office and have snacks while you watch. No one can see you. Seller cheers and high fives. Thank you to our seller meeting hosts for hosting a networking session at the Spring Seller Check-In. It takes a village, and your participation is much appreciated. I did have a room at the Spring Seller Check-In as well, and I had so much fun. Extra scoop. We celebrated International Women's Day, highlighting Vicki Zilverberg, who has been an eBay seller since 1998. Cheers to Vicki and all the passionate women in our community. Most of you probably do know of or do know personally Vicki. She's very active in the reselling community. And I just want to briefly mention that she will be here in Pittsburgh on May 7th. Ironically, we didn't plan it this way on purpose, but the same day as the seller check-in, which is in the afternoon, that evening, Vicki and Trish Glenn from List Perfectly will be in the Pittsburgh area, and our local chapter will be meeting them for dinner. We're going to have prizes. We're going to have swag. They're going to do special guest speeches. It's going to be a great time. Again, I'll put the link in the description for you. All right, so March was a busy month. We hosted our first seller check-in, attended the Boss Reseller Remix in Las Vegas. eBay was a sponsor there. And they got to see a lot of the sellers in person. And now we're all gearing up for a busy April. Star is giving this to you midway through April. Post-tax season. I'm exhausted. I need to go hibernate. So read this to catch up on anything you've missed. I'm going to go over it with you. There's an extra scoop at the end. The latest buzz and highlights from March made for you. All right, so there's a new AI rollout for the U.S. store sellers. If you do not use List Perfectly, you can play around with eBay's AI and learn how to use it. I personally, no offense to eBay, their AI is inferior to List Perfectly's AI. List Perfectly's AI is written by resellers for resellers, so I feel like it's far superior to eBay or Poshmark. And I actually did a video comparing them, so it's not just me. You know, I've been with List Perfectly since 2019. I am an affiliate with List Perfectly. If you use my code flippinhippos to sign up, you get 30% off. I get a little bit of a kickback as an affiliate. I love List Perfectly. I use it for every step of my business. And I don't want you guys to feel like I'm just saying that they're superior because I support them. I have a video showing you why they are. So I'm going to link that at the end for you to look at if you haven't yet. But if you don't use List Perfectly and you list directly on eBay, I would recommend fiddle farting around with the AI and seeing what it can do for you. I use List Perfectly's AI, and let me tell you, it's like having a virtual assistant. It's like somebody else is doing my listings for me without having to pay an employee, and then I'm just reviewing them before I push them out. It has made me so much more productive. It has made me list so many more items per hour, which results in more sales and more profits. I know a lot of you are kind of iffy on the AI. Even I am iffy on the AI. I feel like we're on a fast track to Terminator being true to real life. But it does help me with my business. I can attest to that. So definitely play around with it and use it. Here's how you use it. You access your seller hub. You click sell, just like you're creating a listing on eBay. And then you can edit store and tell your story to generate a personalized store description. So you can use AI for your listings or for your personalized store description. So the buyer model I really like. You can go to your sales and see your buyer details. You can view location, profile, image, and repeat buyer status, explore order history, and reach out with coupons, messages, and more to keep them coming back. If you sell in a niche that folks are going to buy more than once, that's really good. But even with blue jeans, I mean, if somebody buys one pair of blue jeans from you and you send them a coupon, they might come back and buy a second pair. You never know. So the ICYMI, in March, we highlighted a few reminders on Instagram you seem to love. From shipping reminders to featuring our pre-loved partner program, we wanted to make sure you stayed up to date. So there's a small difference between carriers that can impact your fees in a big way. Make sure that your package has accurate weight and dimension details for shipping at the right price. The pre-love partner program, I've signed up for, but I haven't heard back from them yet, but I was pretty excited to hear about it, so I did sign up. If you are a trusted seller of quality fashion, you can sign up for this, and it's going to get you more visualization on your items, which can result in more sales. All right, so the myth busting for the month of April is about eBay advertising myths. This past month, we tackled popular eBay advertising myths within our seller community. Collaborating closely with the eBay advertising team, who engages with sellers daily, we ensured that we address the myths that you need to know about. So the myth is the only difference between promoted listings with a general strategy and priority strategy is the cost structure. And the fact, a priority strategy campaign reaches highly motivated buyers with premium ad placements and advanced targeting options, while a general strategy campaign can boost visibility with ads across eBay. It's a mouthful. If I'm reading too fast, you guys can pause the screen and read these for yourself. I feel like sometimes I go a little quickly. I'm used to going over and reading the seller updates that eBay sends everybody that you can like pull up on your own and read along or go read on your own. But you can always pause this, screenshot it if you want to, so that you have it to refer back to if you want. The second myth, campaign reporting doesn't show the profit on sales. You can view return on ad spend and average cost to sale within the advertising dashboard on the Seller Hub, and then you can make informed adjustments to how you're running your campaigns. Upcoming events, we've already talked extensively about this. May 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 Pacific, Summer Seller Check-In. You will have to register and you can attend. We just recently had the Spring Seller Check-In, which was really great. Important announcements and updates were made there. We did dives into product. There was a discussion on the AI. And then there was the interactive peer-led sessions. You really should not be missing these check-ins. If you did miss the Spring Seller Check-In, you can go to YouTube, to eBay's YouTube channel, and they have it all on there for you to watch. Thank you to our seller meeting hosts for hosting networking sessions at our Spring Seller Check-In. So this is everybody that had rooms. There's me. I always feel so important when my name is somewhere. It helps with my imposter syndrome, I think. All right, extra scoop. Celebrating Women's History Month with Vicki. And again, she'll be here in Pittsburgh on May 7th. We're going to have dinner with her and Trish and my local members here and anyone that wants to make the drive to have dinner with us. If you, are within driving distance. I wouldn't recommend driving across the country for a dinner, but if you're within an hour, sure, or two. All right, see you next month, eBay Seller Community and Engagement Team. So hopefully next month and moving forward, as these become more of a routine for me, I'll be able to get them out to you closer to that first Tuesday when they send them to me. This is only the second month that they've had these. They're still new to me. I talk to you guys about routines all the time. I need this to become a routine. I need this to become part of my first Tuesday of every month. Oh my goodness, there's a seller scoop. I've got to share it. And it eventually will. Things always become routine the more you do them. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything you saw in this video, please let me know down below. I'm more than willing to help anybody. Feel free to pause and screen share, like I said. And if you need any of the links that were mentioned or any further help, I'm always willing to help. Go be productive, guys. Go make some money. And thank you for watching. Bye.